World Championship of Magic is about to dazzle fans here in Canada for the first time ever.
Yeah, this is going to be really something. Toronto magician Shane Cobalt will be competing at the most important magic show in the world in Quebec. And he's going to join us now to wow us with some magic tricks. As a matter of fact, just before we get Shane here, I've learned a few magic tricks of my own. Watch this. I can make Shane Cobalt appear. Just like that, like magic, right?
Wow. That was...
I don't know. Does that get me in the championship, Shane?
It's close. It's close.
Well, first off, welcome to the morning show, and tell us about the event and the significance of this being held for the first time in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, this is so it's every 3 years this event takes place, and it was 4 years now just because of COVID gave it a bump. But it's kind of considered like the Olympics of magic, where every country sends their best magicians to compete. And I'll be representing Canada, of course, in close-up card magic for the Canadian Association of Magicians. So it's pretty monumental. It's never, ever been held in North America before. This is the first time in history. And yeah, we're very fortunate that it's being held in Quebec City.
All right, Shane, so how do you plan to impress the judges and win the title? My advice to you, don't try that trick that Jeff just did.
Yeah, by the way, that's patented. That's trademarked.
Oh, it's patented now. Oh, geez. Yeah. It's a good question. So the Olympics of Magic is almost like figure skating in a way. So there's different components of like originality, routining, magical experience, things like that. So for me, the type of magic I'm going to be doing is specifically close-up card magic. And in there, I've been just working on remarkable sleight of hand and some little details that I'm hoping that they are unaware of, let's say.
Okay, well, listen, let's get into it then. You're going to show us a few card tricks?
Yeah, you know what? I was going to show you guys one card trick and then one trick with a little slip of paper. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Let's do it. I'm going to pull back a little bit here so there's a little bit more room for us to see. So magic has an incredible history in Canada. Certainly magicians from all over the world are coming to compete, but in Canada specifically, we've had magicians from the 1890s all the way until, I guess, today, with myself and one other, doing incredible stuff. And one thing we do really well is we make cards change. So let's start with that. Where I'm just going to give this card a little twirl here. And as we do, we should find...
Wow. I saw that. Actually, I didn't,
so
because it's magic. That's amazing. Okay.
Things like that, one would hope. Yeah. One of my favorite things to do in magic is sort of very, very old magic. So I want to show you guys a little something from the 1800s using a little square of paper here. Let's tear this guy up a little bit.
Okay. So there's a tear in the top. Well, tearing it in half.
Right. Got two pieces. Let me hold it down a little bit so there's a bit more contrast. There we go.
And four pieces. Shane gonna put it together again. What's Shane gonna do?
You know that's what's happening right now.
Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, I'm seeing very little of the paper right now.
Oh, it's starting to reappear.
No. Is it together again?
Yeah. Look at it. Look. See, Mac, you called it. You called it. Look at that.
Shane, look at that.
I'm sorry, that needs a TMS round of applause.
It does.
Really good. Yeah.
It does. Okay.
That's a trick from 1885. 1885.
Wow, that's an old one. See, when it's that, things don't, it's just like a fine wine, right? It only gets better.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is this an example, by the way, Shane? Yeah, of close-up magic, because I've heard magicians talk about that before, that some really specialize in what they call real close-up magic, that, it's sleight of hand.
Yeah, there's two general versions, I'd say, of close-up magic. There's kind of like what we're sort of doing here, which is sort of more like stand-up magic, where it's in the hands and it's up. Or there'd be tabled magic, which is what I'll be doing at the Magic Olympics at FISM in Quebec City. So that would be more like when we'd be looking down at a table and you'd be shuffling like you'd see sort of a casino dealer shuffle, and then sort of things on the table, like either hands waving and things changing or things appearing and disappearing kind of take place. But yeah, this would be a very good example of close-up magic.
Yeah.
Shane, before we let you go, what's your advice for aspiring magicians?
Well, like I mentioned, I'm representing the Canadian Association of Magicians and all of Canada. The Canadian Association of Magicians can, if you Google that, there's magic clubs all across the country that you can join. As well, if you're in Toronto, of course, there's a wonderful magic shop called the Browser's Den of Magic, and that place, of course, would help you. And if you want to learn from me, for example, you can go to dobettermagic.com, and I actually teach and help people become better magicians.
All right. In the meantime, the World Championship of Magic runs from July 25th to the 30th in Quebec City. Shane, thank you so much for joining us. By the way, if you don't win the World Championship, do you have the ability to actually make the trophy disappear out of the winner's hands and appear in yours?
I think we both know the answer to that is yes. That's actually that's my backup plan.
Shane, a lot of fun. Thanks so much for this morning.
Thank you, guys.